Hello everyone, in this video we will learn about Git and GitHub basics. So subscribe to our channel Shannu Labs. So in this video we will learn about what is Git, what is GitHub, Git commands and workflow. So before diving into directly practical knowledge, first we will learn something about theory. So what is the difference between Git and GitHub? Let me explain you clearly. So what is Git? So Git is a version control system. It tools that track every changes made your code over time. Think of it is like some of the time machine that you can come back and you can go forward also based on your code. So it runs locally on your computer, so don't need an internet to use. So what is a Git? So it is a version control system that we can everything locally that we can run without using the internet. So what are the features that Git is giving to us? So it can track every changes, like whenever we edit the file it is in something, so it will keep record everything along with the timestamp also at whenever we change everything like this. And local storage, so it will store our track changes in Git file. It is hidden in somewhere in our project repository. And full history, you can, as like time machine, we can come back and come forward also based on our GitHub repository, that how many branches that we have created. And enable collaboration, multiple developers can work. For example, you and your friend are working on same project with different areas, then how you can collaborate? Here the Git will help to collaborate with each other across the multiple projects. So here multiple developers can work on same project without overriding the each other work. So this is simple basic Git. So now coming to GitHub. What is GitHub? So GitHub is a cloud-based platform host Git repository online. It lives on computer, GitHub lives on internet. So make it easy to share code, collaborate with others, keep safe backup projects. So GitHub is a basically it is a cloud-based platform. So what it is offers for us, for example, when you are going to company interviews, they ask about where is your code and where it is available. So simply we can show our GitHub account. Okay, in our account we need to create one repository. That repository we can store everything like what we want. Like what is GitHub giving for us? So it have cloud storage that we can push our codes in our local to online. And team collaboration, like as we discussed before, the team collaboration across with multiple programs. And open source community, and one of the best advantages, it is a open source community that which we can freely use that GitHub community, and we can post our codes also. And automatically backup, for example, if our system crash or something, auto update is done. So whenever that program will die, so if we push in our GitHub, or automatically it will back up whenever we want, we can available and check also. So our computer caches your code is safely in cloud. So GitHub the project safety net. Now we discuss about Git and GitHub. Now we can check, so now we can check the difference between Git and GitHub. So here Git, so Git is a local code tracking and GitHub is online hosting like cloud platform. So it work on offline, so it need internet required must. It we can operate on our computer only, and we can commit the histories also based on our project and our features. So and team collaboration, it is giving the team collaboration also, GitHub and backup and sharing that we already discussed. So moving to how we can create the basic GitHub account. So getting started, so GitHub is a free account that which we can create free our new repositories. So I given in the description everything. So go to click on link, it will directly redirecting to that page, that GitHub account. So after visiting the GitHub account, giving your details like personal details, email, and verify with your email, and choose the free plan. Basic Git commands that we can learn. So if we learn this basic Git command, we can play with our code anytime, anywhere. That companies also nowadays is much checking that those who people know about the Git and GitHub commands. So these are GitHub commands. Almost every project that which we can use, that which we need to run in terminal only. That we, so it's our code history and signing with the GitHub. So commands which are available, basic commands in the GitHub, sorry, in the Git. So Git init. So what it will do? The Git init means that we need to reinitialize the repository. That for example, how to push in our local code to GitHub. So we need to initialize our repository. So based on that repository, it will push in our particular new repository. So git status, the git status, what it will do, how many new files we created, how many we need to push into our github, so how many new files are added, that we can track everything through git status command. Next, git conflict global. So whenever we are signing with our github account, that email account we need to give here, so it will automatically signing whenever we want to push in our codes. And git add dot, so git add dot, it is an automatically it will upload the all files which are in our current repository. Git commit message, whenever we are adding everything, for example if you want to add a new feature, and next time when we add another feature, so at the end we must confusion which, at which feature we add which one. So every time when we are pushing to github, we need to commit with one message. For example, if I'm staring with, I have some navigation bar feature, and next time menu bar feature. So like this, every time when we are committing, we need to push with along with some messages. So git push, so after everything is done, so we need to just hit the git push, so it will automatically upload the whatever files which are in our repository we need, it will available in our github account. So simple, this is the basic theory. Now we, so after sign up everything, go to the google account which I showed to you and type the github. So after creating your account, so here after logging to your account, it will automatically redirecting to this page and open the repository. Now you will see the new option button, so click on the new. now Now here you need to create the new repository while pushing your codes into the github repository. So I'm repository name, I'm putting as Shanu Labs, so our channel name. And description, if you want add, you can add also description, and add the readme file. So what it is, so the readme file is whatever project in your local repository, that documentation if you want to add, you can add in our readme files also. Whenever someone open your repository, they will understand your project, instead of seeing the and studying the all codes, they can directly dive into that readme file, so they can study your whole project. So create the repository. Now done. So this is basic simple. Now we created the new repository. After the going down, that you will see these things, so you need to copy this and paste in the notepad. So because these are some important commands, so later we can use in VS Code easily. So open the VS Code. So for example, this is my basic sample repository. So this thing I need to push in our GitHub. So first command is that which we can copy here. So first command is git init. So what it will do? It will do that initialize the repository, like which repository we need to push our codes. So so git init. So it is saying reinitialize the git repository with this file. So with this file we need to initialize the repository. Click on the git init. So it will reinitialize the git repository but the current file in my account. So we, after clicking the git init, so we need to add the which repository we need to add our project. So I am git add remote, so this is my repository name. So here it is the git add remote origin. Now that paste in our VS Code terminal, so it will already, it is saying already exist, so it means that repository which is already exist in my current project. So what we will do, I need to push all these codes, charts, files, everything into the GitHub. So what I need to for this, I need to first add push that all the or into origin main. So because our first branch is main branch, so we need to add that every file in the repository. So I'm clicking the just git add and space and dot. Now what it will do, it will add the all the files which are in the current repository. Now git commit hyphen m means that message that which we are giving to that repository on which base, which feature which we want to push into the GitHub repository. For example, this is my fi or first commit. This is my first commit. So on branch master nothing to commit, so it means my every file which is already added to the GitHub repository. So last I'm thinking is git push. So what does it mean? So everything my files which are already added to in our GitHub account. So let's see it is already added or not. So refresh this. So simple, that's it. So this is the Git and GitHub differences and how to push our local repository into GitHub. So whenever the interview questions ask, so what is Git and Git, these are the basic and important which are the interviews. So follow more for this Shanu Labs.